Manchester United 3, Brentford 0. And on the last home game of the season for Manchester United, they get their win and also a clean sheet as well, which is very rare for Manchester United this season. But we have gone and won a game. Now, the question is, how good was that performance? Is there something that Man United fans can take away from that? We saw Juan Mata and Nemanja Matic play their last games at Old Trafford, and they played really well. You had Ronaldo showing that he still got something for this Manchester United side, and going into next season, is he someone that we should keep around? And then also the likes of Jones, Cavani coming on. What does that mean? Is their futures sealed? Are they going to leave Old Trafford? Brentford just didn't have enough at the end of the day. They tried very early on. There was putting the pressure on, that is for sure. They made sure that there was pressing high, that they stayed compact, and had some really good chances early on in the game. But after a while, just Man United started kicking the gear and played probably their best football in the last, even you'll say maybe even 6 months. But it's all come a bit too late for Manchester United. And as a Man United fan, I've got a question. Where has this been throughout the season? Where have these moments come throughout the season where you see them trying to put things together? Has it been the players really just down in tools and this is just a little hurrah because it's the last game at Old Trafford? Is it really because Ralph is actually just not that great of a coach and this just happens to be a one-off? Or is it to do with the fact that Ten Hag's coming in, they're playing for their futures, and these players want to prove something to the new manager? Those are questions that we're gonna have to ask ourselves as Man United fans. But we get the win in the end, and hopefully Man United can go on and finish the season as strong as they can. Not saying get top four, but at least avoid defeat against the Brighton and Crystal Palace, and then hopefully things can be sorted that way. Today we'll be taking your calls. I've got Dizzy in the back already. I'll put the link into the comment section at the live chat where you guys can have a chance to call in and have a chat about Manchester United. Because today ain't just about the game. We've got some more of an interesting topic to talk about in terms of Manchester United. We've got the news about Paul Mitchell coming out today about Manchester United. Will they or won't they hire him? We got new players linked to us earlier in the past week. Sergio Milinkovic-Savic, Lautaro Martinez, the young left back from Feyenoord. I forget his name. I have to look it up. So we can talk about that. A lot of people during the game actually were saying Christian Eriksen to Manchester United. I saw a lot of people say that on Twitter. So I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think about that. Guys, remember to smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the Football Terrace and make sure you share this out to everyone who's, you know what, wants an easy time. As a Man United fan, we can finally have a match reaction where we can just chill. Not chat about how bad we were, not chat about how come we can't win a game. We can just be chill. Right now, I want to go to some of your comments here. Someone is saying that he's one of my favorite players of all time. I'm not too sure who they're talking about here. Well, Prime's in the chat somewhere. Prime in the chat. We got so KJ. The players were down tools next game. Also find your also find your delivery very boring. Sorry, just do hence turning it off again. Oh, okay. Thanks for that, my friend. At least you told me how you feel about the Man United players. Where are we here? Man, like BX gonna said, too little, too late. That is true. It is too little, too late. We should have seen this weeks ago, months ago. But we are where we are now, and we just chat about what we need to chat about from today. Where is Terry? Terry is about. Don't worry, Terry is just doing his thing. He'll be back doing match reactions from tomorrow. He'll be back doing his thing. Don't worry about it, people. Terry is well and safe. Sometimes he's just got things to do. What else we got? This was a dead rubber. Yeah, it was a dead rubber. Brentford are safe. They've got really nothing to play for except personal pride. And yeah, Man United, top four is gone. top four is gone. So there's literally nothing in this game except trying to give the fans something different from what they've seen, especially because it's the last game at Old Trafford. Part of me was worried that we would actually give away our record where it's like we have it when we score before halftime and we lead at halftime. Part of me felt like, is today the day that just goes out the window and we break that age-old record that we've got? Fortunately, that is not what happened. Okay. What else have we got there? Oh yeah, big up KJ. Thank you, Prime. Oh, Prime. Prime is my guy. You know what I mean? This not Prime, Chelsea fan Prime. Prime R9. Like, this guy has been around for ages. Wonderful member of the terrace. I love to see it. This game was like a testimony. Yes, it was. You know, this game, yeah, literally, Ralph was like, Bonnet, matter or match, you're leaving, get a start. There you go. Have a start, my guys. And then instead of putting on the young players after we're 3-0 up, which I would have, you know what I mean? I would have happily welcomed. He's like, nah, Cavani, you're leaving in the summer. Have your last dance at OT. Phil Jones, there's a high likely chance of you leaving in the summer. Go have your last game at OT. How nice of Ralph. You know, Ralph is a very thoughtful and considerate man. For me, I would just play the youth them. You know what I'm saying? Get their experience up in there. But hey, we can't complain. We won the game. The normal one says we United are back. I wish we was back. I wish we was back. We are definitely not back. We are just having a nice time. I can't even say enjoying the moment because the season's been just that poor that there's not really much to enjoy. It's just pretty much, yeah, we won a game. It really, eyes are all on next season as well. What else are you guys saying here? Come on, hit me with something. Hit me some good comments, people. United doing a lap of honor, that crap show of a season, forgetting to protest because we're 3-0 up. Manchester is blue, noisy neighbors, and now the noisy dictators from Pac-Man. Okay, the lap of honor, or the lap of like Nick said earlier today, the lap of appreciation. I get it. You know what? The season has been bad, but you should never forget the fans. You know, you should never forget the people who support you, for the most part anyway. For the people who support you, for the people who are always there week in, week out. So they should do that. That should never be forgotten. If the club decided not to do that, I think that's a massive slap in the face for the fans, because the season has been that bad. To be fair, they should refund every single fan for the season, but they won't do that. But the protest, okay, we'll probably talk about this a bit more on the show as well with some callers. But man, you can't be out here screaming protest, walk out at the 73rd minute, and then not walk out just because we're winning 3-0. It literally just defeats the purpose of the protest. And I know there are probably some people that did, but from what I could see on TV, there weren't many people leaving. Maybe that was the amount that were going to leave anyway, but I didn't see as many people leaving as I would have hoped or would have liked to have seen. So yeah, it is one of those ones where people are looking. I know a lot of rivals looking at that confused. I know I'm looking at that like, if only more people wanted to do that. And I'm not trying to say that they are awful fans for not doing so, but it just defeats the purpose, man. Like, come on, like I'm hoping we better than this, but hey, hopefully the next year or so, either we see protests continue, or the club charts to change so the fans don't have to protest. Those are only two options for me. I would love, actually, to be fair, the third option is the club improves and we still protest because we want those Glazers gone. That's what I would love to see, personally. What else we got in the comments before we start bringing out some guests? Let me get this link. You know what, people? Smash that like, people. Get that like button, smash, people. We need to get those likes up for the people around the world who don't know this match reaction's happening, and they will have their chance to come and have their say. So smash that like button for me. And I'm going to put the link in for you right now. The link is there for you. I'll pull it back in there and again in a second. You guys make sure you come through, have your say, and we can have a little chat about Manchester United. We got another chat here. So KJ, we need to bring in Eriksen to Man United without a shadow of a doubt. Man like hermit mode here, saying we need Christian Eriksen. See, I'm I don't know. You know what it is? You know what it is? Because maybe I'm just so scarred from Man United and the transfers recently. I'm very much like, is Eriksen the kind of player we want in terms of not his quality? He's a quality player, and today he showed the levels that he still has. It's more about, again, the age profile and money and name. Like, I thought Manchester United were going to be going away from that. And as much as I think Eriksen is a quality player, which, and I wish we got him when Spurs signed him from Ajax, is that the direction that we should be going in? I personally don't know. Like, if he came, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be angry. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, oh, we're back where we were before. This is it. We're not going to do anything. But I'll very much be cautious about deciding about, okay, how does the rest of the summer look? But then you could also argue it's on a free. So if it's on a free, there are a lot more pros to it than you could say cons. So I'm still a bit iffy. I'll probably lean more towards no of not signing Eriksen, but I can understand why people do want him to come in. That is for sure. Congratulations, Ronaldo. You have scored more career club goals than Henry has played career club games. That's insane. That is insane. Like, this man today, by the way, is probably one of the best players on the pitch today, like, hands down. He, in the last few weeks and last few games for Manchester United, has been absolutely, like, incredible. Like, in terms of, you cannot fault the guy for what he's been doing. He's been putting the goals in, of course, but he's also been linking up play. He's also been tracking back. He made a mistake in the game, and you saw him run all the way, sprint after the player and win the ball back. And that's the work ethic that we've been missing at Manchester United this entire season. And for him to go and do that, that is absolutely ridiculous. And for people who can't even say he's one of the best players ever, you need to look at yourself. This man is an absolute machine. He is not real. Like, there's something wrong with him. Him and Messi, they're not okay, because what they're doing isn't normal. Like, 100% isn't normal. But so, yeah, Ronaldo, congratulations on that. What an amazing stat to have. Okay. The link is in the live section, people. Live section here. Come on, make sure you smash it and come through. We'll bring in Oh My DZ on in a moment. Just gonna see what people are saying here. Protest with the new kits on. Yeah, okay, listen. I want to say so much, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna quote Mourinho. I prefer not to speak, because if I speak, I'll be in big trouble. So I'm not gonna. I've said what I said about the protest. If you guys want to bring that up when you call in, then that is your prerogative. But yeah, let's leave it at that. What else have we got here, guys? What have you guys got for me? Let me see here. This dude, if he has the most goals in the PL this league, I'm not too sure what that means, my friend, unfortunately. CR7 fans. Meanwhile, Messi out in Farmers League with only 4 goals. Listen. I don't want to start no Ronaldo Messi wars up in here, man. Like, you guys are mad when it comes to that. So let us avoid that. Just appreciate what we've seen with Cristiano Ronaldo from all these years, and Messi as well. Let's not do this. Right, we're gonna get our first caller on. He is obviously a person that's been on very, very regular this season, and I'm glad too that he has shown up today, because I need his opinions and thoughts on some things. And we've got Omar DZ coming up right for you now. DZ, my guy, bro. What are you saying, fam? You are mute, by the way.
You know what? This is a rare occasion. I think since I've been doing these, I think we've only won maybe 3 games. So every time I've been on with you, either lost or drawn. So this is so I don't really know what to do with that, to be honest. But yeah, I was watching the game, and man, I was thinking so many things, because it was a game that meant nothing, pretty much. So I had a lot of time to think. The first thing I thought, I was like, growing up, I was obviously been a United fan. My uncles were Arsenal fans, and I always used to watch him so upset with his team, but he would watch him every single game, and I had no idea why you would watch a team that sucks.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
But now this season has been like a real like wow. So what we just watch every game, even though we're shit. And even like a game against Brentford, I came into it. I was like, if we draw, I could see this being a draw. Man, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
So let's talk Juan Mata. Let's talk Juan Mata for a bit. How good was he today,
bro? You know what? On the Juan Mata thing, but slightly on a bigger scale, I think Ragnick's failure as the interim manager has been that lack of a willingness to try out other players.
Yeah,
I think he's stuck with the players that he's had for too long, and it like week in, week out, it just wasn't working. When we have a Juan Mata on the pitch, on the bench that can actually hold onto the ball and find the next man. Meanwhile, we was persisting with McTominay, who can't do that he can't do that at all. So yeah, now Juan Mata was good today, man. Juan Mata was good. The little intricate 1-2 play with him and Fernandes, him finding Ronaldo when he did. He made Ronaldo look better because the little 1-2 plays that it was crazy, man.
it was very, very good. I looked at that game. I was watching this game. I was like, this guy's been here for 8 years.
He's been here for so long.
How have we not found the solution to playing him? Like we've been for the last 5 years or so, we've been talking about unlocking Paul Pogba. Yeah. Why weren't we trying to unlock Juan Mata, bruv? Like that's what I don't understand, because I remember when this guy got signed. Obviously, he came off the back of playing for Chelsea.
Gassed. I was gassed.
And I was gassed, bruv, because he was one of the best players in the Premier League, man. The season that they won the Champions League.
Oh yeah.
Matic, that was crazy. Crazy.
When we got him and Matic, I was like, how have Chelsea gave us these, man? I don't get it.
And he came, bruv, man came in a helicopter and suit, bruv. Like, I was like, yo, this is serious, bro. I was gassed. I was like, yes, me and my 16-year-old self, how old I was at the time. I was gassed.
Yeah.
And then the season goes on, and I remember having debates with people about how do we fit Van Persie, Juan Mata, Rooney, and Adrian Januzaj in the same team. I'm just like,
we don't.
Looking back, I was like, how was that an argument? Like, how was this like a debate about we should have just been like Juan Mata,
facts,
RVP, and everyone else can just get, everyone else can fix it up, because man, we've.
If you notice, we do that with every one of our star players that followed them. So we had, after that, what was it like, the Di Maria, Memphis Depay era? We were like, okay, how do we make these pieces work? Well, this one doesn't work with this one. And then we had Rashford and Martial, and it was like, well, this piece doesn't work with that one. Then we had Pogba and Fernandes, and we're like, this piece doesn't work with this one. And it's been like 9 years of mismatched pieces that everybody's looking at. It's like, why can't we just get the best out of these players? And we just never figured it out.
Yeah, that's just the bane of our existence as Man United fans, just not being able to just get the flipping balance right. But he got his applause as he deserved. So did Matic, who also had a good game. What now, bro?
To be honest with you, I don't understand how Matic didn't play more. I understand he's getting old, but I think you could play one game a week. We could figure it out where you play one game every other week or whatever the case is. Freezing him out for like 2 months and relying on Freddie McTominay, I don't know what that was about. But moving forward, this is the tricky thing. I can't even because my cousin came and he was like, is this the start of a new United? And I was like, well, half of this squad ain't even going to be here. So I literally don't know our team next year. I don't know how the manager wants to play. I literally don't know United next year. I don't know anything about him. I don't know who's going to be here. I don't know who's going to be the technical director. None of that. So how can you even look forward to next season? I don't know. Nobody knows. It's all in limbo right now.
Like, honestly, there's someone here asking, people asking, how many games do we have left? We have 2, bruv. We have 2. You don't understand how grateful I am for only having 2 games left, bro. Like, I'm just like, yes, let's flipping go. The season's almost done. Obviously, because of Chelsea going to the FA Cup final, we played that game extra, and we have a free week on the FA Cup final week. But boy, I was like, yo, can we not just move our last game to like that
Let's play in
weekend
like
so we
2
can just
days.
so we can be finished? I just want to be finished. I'm very tired. Like
Fam.
I cannot wait for the season to be over. But we got some member chats here before we go into some more calls. So first of all, we have got man like David said, "Happy days, finally a win, and more importantly, saying goodbye to some old faces." I personally think that if you want the Glazers out, don't give them your money. Ronaldo phenomenal again tonight. That is true, David. I agree with everything you said there.
Literally,
Goodbye.
bro.
Thank you for the memories, but it's time to go with some of these, man. Like, go enjoy the Juan. Go enjoy the sun. Matic, you deserve peace, a peaceful retirement. Cavani, Cavani, he's actually a disgrace.
He's a disgrace.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. I just realized that boy he's a disgrace, boy. Like, listen, one sec. We got Sunshine with us as well. He's coming in now. How you doing, bro?
How you get on, brother?
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm just about to chat about Cavani, bro, because this season has been disgraceful.
Oh,
how has he been allowed to do part-time work at Manchester United as a footballer?
He's actually go on, my bad.
No, sorry, no, it's all good, man. Listen, I'm not gonna say exactly what I want to say, but if you read between the lines, it's quite obvious why the fan base let him off. You know what I mean? So, you know, if this was Pogba, it'd be different. That's a fact, absolute fact. But you know, obviously the melanin ain't too good in my man, so maybe that's why it is. I don't know. But anyway, moving on, just in case people get the wrong ideas, make your own conclusions on that. Listen, Mata, this guy, man. I don't know. Man United ruined players, man. He has to be the pinnacle of a ruined player for me. Like, what we've got blood on our hands for my man. I'll be honest, man. We've got to start. I mean, I'm glad we're going to start addressing our recruitment policy and how we're going for players in the future. But the guy, man, it's just watching him tonight, right? And I even said before he started the team sheet, like, just deal with this guy, man. You have to deal with the matter. Yeah, he's phenomenal. And when people talk to me about, he ain't got the speed and ain't got this, the obviously the offside goal for Ronaldo 3 years ago, I remember tweeting outright about Mata's off the ball movement, and people, I think during that year, people still cussing his speed and you know, he hadn't got the pace on the ball. But I said I've never seen a guy with such less pace than most still find 5-6 yards behind the back four.
Thanks.
Like, just think about it. The intelligence to know when to make that run. It doesn't matter if you don't have the pace or not. If you know you can make that 5-yard gap happen, you're already in the dangerous area. You don't need no extra pace. And this guy, I mean, he symbolizes why I'm personally for me, one fan of 2 million or 2 billion, whatever. I'm fuming that Van der Beek has gone on loan. Because if you add a player that understands how to receive the ball in really, let's say, tight situations, and when you're receiving balls between the back line and their CDMs, and you're doing it with confidence, and you have a Mata and a Van der Beek, I'm sorry, there's no one out there who can tell me high IQ footballers would not work. And it's one of the most frustrating things, but at the same time, one of the most beautiful things to see today. It was just a great performance. It was nice to watch decent football for once, and it just so happened that it was all the high IQ players. What a surprise that is! In which, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer left every high IQ player on the bench. Just saying.
Yeah, let's not go back to the past now, my bro. You know what I mean?
But
like,
yes,
I'm trying to enjoy myself.
I'm sorry.
Like it was a good performance. And seeing Ronaldo do the link up when people saying he can't do that, it's wonderful. Like I know I've had my criticisms of Ronaldo this season, and that was more to do. That was more to the fact that his hips don't lie anymore. You know what I mean? And they ain't moving the same
anymore.
You know what I mean?
Like watching his hips, you know.
You gotta start again, man. Chesting it down, and then just bro. If that was like few years younger Ronaldo, man's getting onto that ball. Like, but
Oh, he is.
yeah,
He is.
100%. But like, yeah, that was maybe my question because when he was trying to turn, he was hella stiff. But watching this game, it made me think, raw. What Ronaldo with Ten Hag's system and a couple of man that
Thank you.
that can
It could
can
work.
play ball.
KJ, what did I say last stream, bro? I said Ronaldo's at an age now where we should be providing him tap-ins. We don't need him running about doing this. He should be able to just make them straightforward runs into big spaces and provide simple goals for him. So that's what we should be doing. And the fact that we aren't, it's even more credit to the guy. Yes, he's 37, yeah? But two things. The guy's still got, in my opinion, a sporting age of probably 30 in football anyway. So he's got 2 more years, in my opinion. Second of all, I don't remember any United fan cussing Ryan Giggs from going from winger to midfielder to centre midfielder. And I dare say they even cussed Van der Sar when he was touching 40 years old as well. Why? Because we were in a winning team and everything was working as well. So they didn't have to do as much. Paul Scholes, was it, 36, 37? When he came out, or just before he came out retirement and come back, won the league. So you got to really look at it in context. Yes, it's only an issue if you focus on his age. If you keep focusing on his age, you're going to make it an issue. But the reality and the facts are there. It is not a problem. The system and everything around him is the issue.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. I hear you. Guys, remember to smash that like button and share this out to everyone who's not catching. I'm so tempted to say catching the vibes because I've been that vibes. I've missed doing that show, by the way, people. I've missed doing that show.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Yeah,
Bring it back.
we are going to go to some calls in a moment. First of all, we've got some comments to go through, and then we'll go through to your calls. We've got Man Like Prime here again. It says, Europa League, Conference League, here we come. Might be good for us. Build the team up, plenty of games. Might show them what it feels like to win something. Might be a blessing in disguise. It could be. It might do. Who knows? Who knows? I personally just don't want to touch no Conference League. Europa League, I can kind of swallow a bit because we've been in that, but
Yeah.
Conference League, I ain't messing with that still. We got a super chat here says KG, the comedian, is on the United View. KJ from the Football Terrace is on Football Terrace. But yeah, he says KJ, United are back. Trust me, United are back. All right, listen, I am gonna get so many United are back comments next season because of all the times I used to torment Arsenal with it. All right, here we go.
Oh, is that what that is? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I used to say it all the time to Arsenal.
Okay.
Matter was David Silva before David Silva. That's a bold comment.
That's a shout, though.
Bold comment still.
That's a fair shout. I hear it.
Man, like Cedric said, 10 years of dodgy transfers are over. We will touch on this comment again. Let's keep it there, actually. We'll touch on this comment again when it comes to Paul Mitchell and the transfer links that we've got. Rangnick has been a success at Man United. There's a method to his madness. Rangnick gave those players enough rope to hang themselves with. Now the majority of them are going to be sold. Rangnick knew the assignment. Okay. That's another way of looking at it. To be fair, I've always said the interim manager, Rangnick, has not been great in terms of results on the pitch. But what he's done for Manchester United in terms of off the pitch and exposing what's going on as a football club and as a squad, beautiful. I forgive us being crap.
Do you think without that, and let's say he managed to get us into top 4, do you reckon they would make as drastic of a change as they seem to be doing at the moment? Because I think not. So I think he might be right.
I think he might be right. There is a good argument for that. We was defensively solid today. I was happy about that. A few sloppy back passes. But other than that, they were solid. Yeah, listen, Varane finally getting his first goal. Let's not forget about that. My guy, Champions League Varane, even though he will be in the Europa League.
Europa League Varane.
That is going to be.
But guess what? He'll win it.
We'll get that. But yeah, he had a good game. The low going forward was better. Those back passes, though, flew away, boy. It was a bit mad, still a bit mad. But we'll talk about that in a bit because we have got some callers to go to right now. Here we go. We got our guy Tommy here. Tommy, how you doing, bro?
I'm all right, KJ. How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Arsenal fan here, rival fan. What you got to say about Manchester United?
You guys played well today. Ronaldo, 18 goals for him, so fair play to him. thought Brentford weren't good. I thought they were poor today, but they've got nothing to play for. They're 14th in the league. I thought they didn't do enough, but they were poor today. But I thought you guys were good. But yeah, Matic, yeah. They've done what they need to do, so let them go in. And you lot got Ten Hag, so just get some new players, clean slate. Just do better next season. You Man United fans must be happy that the season's almost over, isn't it? Like 2 games as well.
Boy,
Boy.
you can't even believe
Yeah, but
how
yeah,
happy I am.
it hasn't been good for Man United by your standards. It hasn't been good enough, but with Ten Hag, you guys have got a quality manager. I think the players will the players will take time to his philosophy in it. And so let me ask you guys this: what's your expectations for next season with Ten Hag?
Great football, more confidence within the team, and hopefully consistency on the pitch. That's it.
My thing is this, like I was saying to KJ earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know who's gonna be here, so it's hard to say what the expectations is. We have no idea. Yeah, it's one of them ones. I think it'll be a better time to ask that maybe towards the end of the transfer window. Maybe we have a better understanding of the profile player and how he might want to play with those players.
Yeah, because you guys need, you need a striker, defensive midfielder, centre back, and I think a right back and another winger and probably a left back.
That's a whole team.
A
basically-
whole team, boy. A whole
Yeah,
team. That's what we need, fam.
When do you think? So how long would it be? How long would it take you to challenge for the title again? Would it take you what 5 to 10 years or?
I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. Until I see the summer and preseason about what he's trying to do, I can't even tell you.
Because Liverpool and Man City are they're just too strong at the moment. And look at us. We haven't won the league since 2004, man. I'm 27, bro. The last time we won the league, I was 9. I'm thinking, when are we ever going to win the league again? Like, we're not good anyway. I'm just happy we're going to get Champions League, but hopefully we can get for me, I want a top-class manager in it because we got a novice in charge in it because I don't rate this manager at all in it. So hopefully we can get a top-class manager. But yeah, man. Hopefully you lot will do well next season and see how it goes in it.
Yeah, thank you, bro. Thank you so much for your call, Tommy. Hope you're good. And
good,
thank you for all your contributions too there. Terrace, my friend. I am so sorry, Ty, if I cut you off there. I didn't realize you're going to say something else. Right, coming up next, we have Mr. Bond. Mr. Bond is here with us right now. What do you want to say, friend?
Hey, before Mr. Bond drops, I'm going to have to say my blessings and manners to the team. Big up the Terrace. Make sure you go subscribe, like, all the great stuff. I'll see you guys soon, yeah?
Yeah, thank you, AG. My
Big
guy,
up
man.
people.
My guy.
Love.
Hey, bros, how's it going?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. We're doing good. How are you?
Long time. Yeah, I was gonna pick up from what you were saying about Mata, and I think the issue with United in general is obviously we know about the recruitment, but I think on the overall level we've had a real coaching issue in that our coaches have been, pardon the word, but agricultural, and he's saying this. I'm going to upset a lot of people, but towards the end of Fergie's reign, we became quite agricultural. And that kind of carried through. So, give an example. Fergie got Kagawa. What did he do with Kagawa? Did he know how to use a number 10? Not really. And that sort of behavior carried through. We got Juan Mata who was Chelsea Player of the Year, wherever he was. And then we thought, let's play him on the right. And then one way you know when a coach is bad is when a coach finds a way to expose all the flaws in his players. So, for instance, we realized suddenly that Mata was slow. I mean, we've been watching him at Chelsea. We knew what kind of pace he had, but suddenly he's slow. And that's how you know it's the kind of thing where you think, right, if United got Messi, prime Messi, nothing would change because suddenly you realize, oh, Messi is short. That would be the new thing. And if you think about it, and that's why when our players leave, they go elsewhere and they do well. It's a simple problem. And I think until we get a manager, a good example actually, Wijnaldum. Do you think United will ever sign such a player? And do you think you ever thrive at United? Never, because our game, the way we play at United, even today's game, we make the pitch so big, and it's so big. And the problem is when the pitch is so big, it's only the players who are fit and athletic that get to make it, and that's why we play coming every week. So that's the issue I see with United. And until we learn to play smart, intelligent, advanced football, we'll keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, and I hear you, man, and I think your baby in the background is is feeling it as well, man.
That's good. He's good.
Yeah, he's got all the trauma of Man United coming through his brain there while you're talking there. But on like just on the structure of Manchester United, Paul Mitchell has been someone that has been touted to come in, but it's not as happened as quickly as we thought it would. Do you think Manchester United will get this over the line, or do you think we might slip up and let him go to like somewhere like Chelsea where he's been linked to as well?
Bro, I don't know what to say about this because it's United at the end of the day. So it's like your default position is prepared to be disappointed. You know what I mean? But I see how they've been moving with the Matt Dodge, Marcel Booth, and these people that they've sacked. I think they might get it over the line. But on the other hand, if they don't get Paul Mitchell and it's somebody else, surely he'll be better than who was there before. That's what I think anyway. So I'm kind of, I know everyone wants to say this thing where they're like, yeah, I don't really care what United does. Yeah, I'm not really expecting much. I am expecting much. I'm going to put myself out there and I'm not going to pretend that I don't care anything. I do care. I actually think this season is going to be a lot better for the simple reason that we can't be as bad as we were this year. It's just not possible. With the caliber of players we have, it's not possible. And all you need is a semi-decent coach and semi-decent players to complement what we have. So I actually think I'm actually looking forward to next season. I agree with what Prime said. I think we need Europa League. I've been hoping for Europa League. And my reason for Europa League is I think it gives us a low-pressure environment where we get to try our system, because our system is possession. It's going to be possession. Remember, it didn't take Van Gaal too long to get possession down. If I remember well, that season of Van Gaal, only Man City had more possession than we did. But the problem we had was that we didn't have the personnel to crack teams. Now we have people like Bruno who can play the final pass. Sancho can play the final pass. So I think it's not going to take us long to actually get that whole thing going on. But then in terms of other things like the collective press, which we didn't do on Van Gaal, and those other little nuances. I mean, what better than to go play in Greece on a Thursday night against some low-rent team? And the best part is we also will be able to let the squad players get used to the system because they should be good enough to beat those teams anyway. So it's low pressure. Everyone gets to play. Everyone gets to work out the system. And added bonus is that we actually will be real contenders to win the Europa League, as opposed to Champions League will never have had any chance of winning. So I think the future is bright, at least for next season.
Well, that's fair point. Thank you, Mr. Bond, so much for coming on. I like your point of view. More positivity.
I like the
Manchester
optimism.
United. My guy, thank you so much.
Peace, bros. Bye.
Peace.
I like the optimism, but I thought we hit rock bottom a couple times now, and we haven't. We didn't yet.
Well, there's still ways to go, man. We ain't stopped falling yet. Right, next up on the show, and we're going to join us for the rest of the show, is one of Z's co-hosts and partners in crimes. I think this is his first time on the terrace. If I'm correct, give me a nod. Yeah, it is first time on the terrace. Give it up for a man like Jinky Nose. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, KJ. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm actually grateful to see a win.
True, feel you, man.
Nah, honest to God, I was worried. With Brentford because honestly, like with their tactics, with wing backs, I was worried for United. But you know what? We coasted. We absolutely coasted, and fair play. There was actually a team performance. So yeah, I love that.
Nice. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. And what do you just going off the back of the conversation we just had?
Yeah.
Conference League football or Europa League football, Manchester United. Do you take either one?
It's Europa League. You're not doing Conference League. We've been bantered enough this season. That'll just be the icing on the cake, wouldn't it? But no. Let's cut that one. Europa League all day. Can't believe I'm saying this.
Fair enough. All right, guys. So we got a couple of topics before we get out there. Guys, in the comment section, remember to like the stream, share this out, and subscribe to the Football Terrace if you guys could be so kind. During the game, we saw Christian Eriksen doing his thing. And a lot of people on Twitter are like, this is what we need at Eriksen. This is a real number 10. You know, people like to take some snide little shots at a certain player that we have, you know what I mean? Where this is a real number 10. This is what we need. Are you guys taking Christian Eriksen for free in the summer?
Me personally, I gotta say yes. I've got to say yes. And look, IQ speaks a lot. We've literally just been talking, singing the praises of Juan Mata. You don't need to be quick. You don't need to be fast when it's all up here. And he showcased that one. And I think Christian Eriksen has done plenty this season to show that. Since he's joined Brentford, he's too good for that club. And we need more players with that IQ. Even if we had him as a squad player, my God, what an option that is at the very, very least. So I'd be totally up for it. And also for me, I think Man United do need that cuter player in that sort of either cam role or someone dictating from midfield. I don't have a problem with Bruno because Bruno has the numbers. It's quite clear what he does. But for me, I see what Ten Hag does with the likes of Tadic. You know, he was like a 10. You saw him in the Prem as a 10. He's kind of put him out wide. And he has these kind of inverted wide men. And I feel with Bruno, because he's still dangerous for wide positions. You see the crosses that he's put into Ronaldo, he can do it. And I feel like we're less vulnerable from counter-attack plays as well, which has really been a problem for United as a team. But I think he'll still get numbers. If anything, I think he'll get more numbers from wide positions. Case in point, the game today, coming from the left, Alanga puts it in, and he's there because he wants to get the goals.
Wait, before we continue on, you see my guy, man. That's my guy, Alanga. You see the work he put in today, bro. Nah. People
he put a shift in still.
People been slandering my boy's name for too long, yeah. Like, listen, he is just turned 20 years old, yeah. He's coming to one of the worst Manchester United teams, ever.
Literally.
And people are expecting him to be flipping Messi and just carry the team. This is the issue with Man United fans when young players come in. We should not be in a position where a young kid comes in and we have to expect him to be the one to carry us. So we need to stop doing that. Man United need to fix up. And because he needs a better environment to develop. So anyone saying, it's this, is that, look at the season he's had in the team that we've had. He's done good. He does the basics as well. He works hard most of the time. Sometimes, he's inexperienced shows. But people have been chatting too quick on this kid's name, and I am not gonna stand for it.
He hasn't been the problem. The fact that we've needed him was the problem. That's the problem.
Facts. We shipped out how many men on loan? And you're telling me he's the issue? All right, listen. Let me stop before I get too passionate about it, man.
No, I say keep going. I say keep going because there's one man who needs to be disappointed. He needs to hang his head in shame, and that's Marcus Rashford. Because this is the simplicity sometimes. As I said, Langer 20. Well, when does he peak? In 6 years' time? But if you just do the basics well, you show a bit of heart, that's what you get. And that's the thing that's been lacking from our more senior players, the ones who are sulking every 2 seconds, throwing out essays. Now, put respect to his name. He may be our 2022 Januzaj, but if he's still doing things for us, then what's the issue? All I want to see is effort on that pitch sometimes, and basics do count. So hopefully he'll build on that next season.
And I'm sure he will. And knowing what I know of Anthony, he will definitely work on that, and I love that kid to bits, man. And I hope he makes it United.
I think he could work his way into United. And going back to your Christian question, or your Eriksen question rather, I think whilst Christian Eriksen is a wonderful player, I think I wouldn't like what statement that signing makes as we're trying to build moving forward, if that makes sense. Because we're talking about like a new era of United, where we're starting from the ground up. You know what I mean? And then in the midst of that, we signed a 30-year-old player with a pacemaker that can only play X amount of games at the most intense level. Does that sound like a club moving forward, or does it sound like a club making the same mistake over and over again? I might argue the latter, but Again, he might be able to play 40, 50 games a season, but we haven't seen it yet, and I think it's too much of a risk. I think trying guys like Elanga, getting the younger players in, and trying to build something from the stars that crop up from there, as opposed to trying to recreate the stars from yesterday, is a better idea to me personally.
Just to go back on that one, I think Eriksen's a good player to have in the Prem. Look, we're likely to be in Europa League, so he doesn't need to play those games. Does he need to play the FA Cup games? Does he need to play League Cup? No, he doesn't. But Premier League, he does have that experience. He has that now, so he has the quality. And I think that's where United come unstuck. United have probably, in the last few years, have shown they've been more of a cup team than a league team. And I feel with Eriksen, he has that cuteness about him. The acid test for me was Brentford. And he's literally passed with flying colours. You saw what he did against Spurs. You see what he did against Chelsea. That is quality, and that is what's been missing with Man United. Don't forget who we're going to be losing in the summer. A lot of techie players. Yeah, and high IQ players. And to be fair, we just need somebody who has that know-how. We just need that player.
It depends on the rest of the window. Then, sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
Massively, massively.
For me, Eriksen would probably be like that. If he isn't signed by a certain point, you go get him. But if you're not rushing at when June hits, you're not like, yo, Christian, we need to sign you. Nah, don't do that. Like, we got other things to worry about. But I hear you got some comments to go through first. Prime here say we wasted him for years long. Then by then the classic number 10 went out of fashion. Football changed low. We wasted him playing him on the wings. Talking about Juan Mata there, which I agree with. I will say for the fans that are mocking the walkout, a reminder that a year ago today, we got one of the biggest fixtures in world football cancelled. That is true, but that is what I mean. No, look what we did back then. And you're telling me you couldn't do us a walkout, even though we're winning 3-0? Come on.
Hey, Varane saw the message. Varane saw the message and did us dirty. That's what happened.
No, honestly, man, I get your point, Joshua Jack. But for me, that just makes it your highlight even more. It's like we could have at least do a walkout.
You know what? I think more people were upset at the Super League than they genuinely are at the Glazers. I think everyone will say bun the Glazers and that, but I don't actually know how many people are really, really upset at them. To a point where if we have a good summer this season and we start the season looking kind of sharp and maybe looking to build something, I'm sure the Glazer talk kind of disappears, to be honest.
Yeah, we're seeing him here talking about process where Jinky's wearing the new United shirt still. Is that from a
Hey, no comment. That was a gift. That was a gift from a wholesaler.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. Sure that Eriksen signing for Brentford was a trial to see if it was healthy enough to play for the bigger clubs. It could have been his thinking. Ronaldo is an excellent finisher, but United can't build a team around him. The players around him can't really express themselves with him in the team. They need a better solution for the future. Now that is an interesting point of view. Now he isn't telling people you can't shine. People are just shook. You know what I mean? You see for Portugal as well, when players are there to have your moment, have your moment. Don't shy away and just, Ronaldo's in the team, so I have to rail it in. Nah, that's what Man United is about. Do you think Ronaldo came in? Do you think he cared about Van Nistelrooy and Giggs and like I have to make sure like I don't show them up? Nah, man, like they need to express it. So that's on the players. But in terms of the future going forward, if Ronaldo decided to leave, I wouldn't be upset.
No,
I wouldn't be upset because
not at all.
It's gonna happen anyway. So might as well happen while it's all rebuilding. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna be one of those things where I'm like, we're disgraced because we can't keep him. Now, like he deserves in a team that is winning the league. So when Bayern Munich come knocking, if the league's lower, or if PSG come knocking because they're PSG and they're mad, and he decides to go there, I'm not gonna be too upset. I'll be like, thanks for the goals and go on and do better things because we're not in a position to provide for you right now. Bruno and Eriksen in that number 10 role would be great, and those two will help United win trophies. So where would that leave Donny then? if we bought in an Eriksen, where does that leave Donny? Because
Where
On
he
the
should
bench.
be on the bench.
wait, what's this? Wait, the way that you've been talking, Jinky, yeah, you sounded like, yeah, he would definitely be VDB in. You know what I mean? Like high IQ, technical ability.
Nah, look, but we still need a squad. Still need a squad. I'm not adverse to Donny being in, but look, we just need good footballers, and we need people who can move that ball quickly. It's been too stodgy, too static for too long. So look, Donny will be a piece, but he just won't be a major. Not in my mind anyway. But squad players aren't problems. You know, we need them.
He said that with chest as well. Craig said Mohamed Kudus from Ajax should get him. We should get him. He's a quality player. So there's a lot of links to a lot of Ajax players we've seen. Timber, which I like to look up from the games I've seen of him. Anthony, again, very, very good player. I wish there was links to Gravenberch because that Bayern deal is looking like it's stalling. You know what I'm saying? So that would be a cheeky little nab there. But yeah, so Ajax players we're getting linked to. But recently this week, we've had some new links that one of them, I'm just like, here we go, flipping again. Here we go again. Sergej Milinkovic-Savic is linked to us again. This guy, always every summer, he's on the verge of signing every single time. And also another one I think we got linked to last season, Lautaro Martinez, also getting linked to Manchester United. Boys, are those kind of signings of what you're looking to see?
How do we get linked to the same players saying that we're doing a new system? Somebody make that make sense. Surely somebody's lying in this equation, fam. So no. Here's the thing. I don't even know. Maybe I don't know. We'll see. If you want to come. Fuck it, we'll find out.
If Milinkovic-Savic comes, I swear there was a deal from Ed Woodward or Matt Judges saying, I will go on the basis that I get my last final transfer wish, and that's Milinkovic-Savic. Honestly, like this guy from the grave, still doing things. Like,
honestly, yeah, we got a comment here saying KJ Savage the new Schneider. Like, honestly, Schneider,
100%.
Gaitan, who else is
Vidal.
there? Vidal, yeah, totally Vidal. I remember when Ezekiel Garay was like the guy.
Nainggolan was a strong one.
No, that Nainggolan one upset me, you know. Like, I wanted that guy. I wanted that guy so much, man.
Gaitan, oh yeah.
It's just the whole. Well, I remember when Gaitan got his move to Atletico Madrid. I was like, can this please be the end of us getting linked it out? But yes. Another one, we got another new person we got linked to. I need to find his name correctly. He plays for Feyenoord.
That's what Tyrell Malacia.
Yes. The left back, new left back. I think he's around between. You know what? I don't know what people are like on the internet. You say something wrong once, you don't know nothing about football. You are so stupid. You're in the mud. Listen, let me go check his flipping age before you guys get onto me. I know what you guys are like in the comments, man. Flipping out. You guys are mad. This is where Wikipedia is the best. Here he is. Tyrell Malacia. He is Dutch. He is the age of 22. He's 22 years old. Left back. Plays for Feyenoord. Feyenoord, a decent team in the Eredivisie. They're currently sitting third. They have a big game against PSV. Yo, Rude. Listen, Rude, I know you're at that club, brother. You're about to be the manager. I know you're about to be the man. Rude, listen to me. Do us a favor, beat PSV so our manager can go win the league. That's all we need. That's all I want to see, bro. That's all I want to see. So Feyenoord, please. I beg you. Wait, is Rude going to be Feyenoord manager or is he going to be PSV manager?
I want to say PSV.
Oh, gosh.
I could be wrong, but I want to say PSV.
I hope it's not PSV because now I want his new team to lose. But yeah. Anyway, I digress. Jinky, is that a player profile? I'm not going to say like the player itself because I'll guarantee not all of us know much about him. But is that what you like in the sound, like the sound of like a left back?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know too much about this player, and I quite like that because, well, beyond this week, who's even mentioned this player? And I think Man United fans need to get excited with these relatively unknown players because for me, that says more that it's a manager's choice. And that you've got this new recruitment system. We're not going after the obvious players. And even as I said, even if he is a squad option, one thing that Luke Shaw needs is a kick up the arse. That guy, honest to God, he's too comfortable in his situation. Way too comfortable. But if this is a Ten Hag player, I'm all for it because this is what Manchester United managers needed. They needed their own players, not a mishmash of the manager before and the manager before that. No, just get your own players in. So I'm excited. I'm excited by that rumor. Definitely more so than Milinkovic-Savic.
Yeah.
Luke Shaw does not need to kick up the arse. Luke Shaw needs to pack his bags, right? Gather all his things and his close friends and relatives and piss off somewhere else. How many kick up the arses do you need? We're 8 years into a United career here. There's no more kicks or arses left to be kicked. Get him, pack him up, and get him the hell out of here, bro.
Hey, fair point. But I watched Alex Telles get dominated and destroyed by Norwich City. So I was pro Telles, and then he was doing the madness at fullback, and I was like, nah, you know what? Maybe Luke Shaw should stay one more season.
I love Telles. Yeah, I need to get him on the pod soon. You know what I'm saying? Shout out boys and God, I need to get him on the pod. But them FIFA cards. Them FIFA cards, boy. That's all I'm gonna say. Them FIFA cards were mad still. It sold me. But yeah, I hear that. And then one last point before we head out, guys. We got a comment from Cedric Levy. Oh, talking about Cedric, he says Kamara from Marseille, baller, a CDM. Who can also play centre back. I would love that. I would love that guy. You know, he's talking about like getting someone on the free when June hits, just get him straight. He's the guy. When June hits, call him up and be like, yo, fam, come play for Man United. I need that in my life. But Cedric did say Man United's bad transfer era is now over. Paul Mitchell is being linked with us heavily. He hasn't been officially signed. There are reports saying that he wants to leave Monaco at the end of the season. There's reports there, but there's also reports from the Athletic saying Man United are trying to temper those expectations. And he may or may not come in. It's looking like he probably won't. How do you guys feel about that? If Man United don't get Paul Mitchell, will you have that sense of regression of we're going back into the old ways?
Me personally, I don't think it's regression. It's probably a blip. Don't get me wrong. There's other clubs also chasing Mitchell.
Yeah, you got Chelsea involved. Yeah.
My issue is because I found this whole rumor quite interesting because we still got Steve Brown at the club. I know everyone's getting excited with Matt Judges, but he was just the negotiator, which, to be honest, John Murtough should be kind of doing anyway. You know, Steve Brown, he's the head of scouting operations ultimately, which kind of feels more what Paul Mitchell is about. So it'd be interesting to see how they rejig that position or how they both work together, because big guys in a very sort of big role essentially. So for me, I can't quite see it yet. If I see Steve Brown leaving or being moved to a different area, then I think it's game on. It's game on. But it's the Rangnick links, isn't it? It's the fact that they've all played together under Leipzig and whatnot. So for me, I'm skeptical that it will actually happen. But I tell you what, if it does, brilliant, absolutely brilliant, really good.
Thanks. There was pictures that came out with Rangnick and Paul Mitchell. I think there was at a Monaco game. This was end of February, was it?
Somewhere I remember. Everyone was getting a bit gassed. I remember.
I saw the picture, and obviously, naturally, you're like, "What's going on there?" But then I learned that there was friends through the RB Leipzig group and whatnot. So if I had to say if we should get one, I think we need him, to be honest, because the way that we negotiate contracts, the way that we sign players, the way that we scout for players has been historically ass. So realistically, we need somebody to help change that. If that's Paul Mitchell, I'm all for it. If it's somebody else, again, I'm all for it because what these men are doing ain't it. So we need more people. But if they don't pull it off, I won't be too upset based on what they do next. That's what I'll say on that, really, I think.
Yeah. Well, I honestly hope we do end up getting him in. And if we don't, again, end of the world, no. Would it annoy me a little bit? Yes. But if there's someone else in that position, I would want it, because I think who's the guy who had ahead of elite performance in the Premier League? I forget his name now.
Today still. I forget his
Yeah,
name.
yeah, but there's another link to a different kind of guy for a role at Manchester United. And as long as we're getting the structure in, bringing in the team to help restructure the club, and we going forward when Ten Hag comes in, everything's ready for him. I'm for it. I'm not going to be too precious about who that is, as long as they're obviously not like Steve from Power League, who manages a under 12s team. As long as it ain't that, I'm here for it. Get the best people that you can get and go for it. But guys, go on, Dizzy.
I was gonna say, and realistically, we shouldn't know any of these men. We should have no idea who any of these people are. The only reason that we know who these people are is because they've been doing a piss poor job while they've been here. That's the only reason we have to look into it.
I've always said the only reason why you know who the DOF or the CEO or head scout, only reason why you know who the hell they are is either they're really good or really bad.
Facts.
And we have just been really bad.
Really bad.
He had to find out who was running this thing, because it was like, fam, this is mad.
Like, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible. But guys, we have come to the end of the show. Thank you so much for everyone for staying by us. I know the game wasn't the most exciting, but hey, we at the Terrace always cover these games, boy. You know what I mean? We're always here live and with you after every top 6 match. That is for sure. A little bit of love for Jinky, though. So Jinky's coming up with some good points. So a little bit of love there for you before you leave. So guys, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the Football Terrace, and remember the Football Terrace Clips channel is back. You got the best moments from the Football Terrace, great debates that you guys can have underneath the videos. If you've missed a good section of a stream, don't you worry, the Clips channel has that for you in its own individual video up there right now. You have the reactions from the Chelsea fans, reactions from Liverpool fans, and Klopp's new contract. You've even got Terry's infamous rant from when we drew 2-2 against Aston Villa. The biggest FU you will ever hear on YouTube. So yes, guys, go check that out for me.
It's a classic.
And literally, stay safe out there. Have a good time. And for everyone who's in the UK, enjoy going back to work and that. You know what I'm saying?